Das like einfach? Nee. Also ja, das. Ja. Scheiße ist mit der Stimme. Stimme zu viel. Das ist gut zum Bleiben. Mit zum Glück. Wegen dieser asiatischen Klänge. Sieht auch geil aus. 455 PS. 1200 Kilometer. So 546 Nanometer. Das ist schon nicht schlecht. 546 Nanometer bei 450 PS. Das ist wirklich nicht schlecht. Die Straße hier. 23 in die Luft, Asphalt 25, das geht. Das geht. Das ist Streets brauche ich. Ach, 100% Drogen, nee. 80 ist gut. Das wird zu viel. ist hier so glitchy hier unterwegs. Was passiert jetzt mit dem Blister? Das ist fast der Einheit der Indianer. Ich kann nicht auf den Namen, den habe ich gerade nicht so gelesen. Das gefällt mir nicht. Scheiß auf Copyright. Sind sie unten dran? Was? Ja, hoffentlich bleibt er nicht, wer weiß wie lange. Ja, lass ich. Ja, Mensch, ey. The best thing you can do then Laco if it's your name. Just wait for the game being on Steam on sale, and then you should buy it with all the DLCs, and you will be getting it cheaply. I was about to pay about 12 euros. I don't know exactly where you come from, but you can get it cheap. It's totally fun. Get the game, get the DLCs, every DLC for about 10 to 12 euros. If it's on sale, it's too expensive. If it ain't on sale, it's too expensive. If you get it, then you can easily get Content Manager and install a lot of mods and other stuff like CSP, custom shader patch, what is important for and relevant for the SOL weather settings, and then you can install it as well. Just wait. If it's on sale, it's definitely worth it. I would definitely get it if I was you, but not if it's not on sale. Just wait if it's on sale and then get the DLCs for 10-12 euros as a pack, and then I definitely recommend it. You won't regret it. You definitely won't regret it. Mouse, come in. That's all what I can tell you as advice. It's also active online. There's a lot of plays, there's also a lot of dumb idiot lowlifes who like spamming, blocking, and all that stuff. But in general, you should be able to, yeah, you would see if you were getting the game, you would see that. It's not a big deal in general. You will see. Just wait and then it should be fun. It's definitely worth it. It's totally fun. It's more about drifting than driving. Even though driving and drifting, you can definitely train driving and drifting. If you know the basics, if you once have finally be understanding the whole basics about this game, you will fucking, yeah. Many people say they love it like I do also, but there's also people who might not love it, who might disagree, but I would say it's a good game, especially for real driving and real drifting. If you get closer to this game, if you get more into this game, you can definitely learn how to drift and how to drive. With the understeering, you might have heard about understeering. If you go into corner like this, then you can slide out of the corner like this. If you might have heard it, then you do know what is meant by that. But yeah, it's definitely worth. Especially with Content Manager, it's for free. Then you install mods. There's a site called, what was it called? There's a famous site. There are many sites. What was it? Not wasting. Waste the placement or something like this. Waste department or something like this. That's kind of safe. No virus on that page. Verified page. A lot of mods, cars, tracks, etc. So it's definitely better than, for example, Horizon, Need for Speed. What else? Gran Turismo 7. Where Gran Turismo 7 is not available. Actually, not yet on PC, for PC. But yeah. That's all what I can tell you for now. Don't get it for 40 euros or 20 or 30. How much is it actually? 30, 40 euros or something like this. That's too much. But wait, let me think. It's 1st April. Summer sales, no, it's too far. If there might be a spring sale soon, who knows what Steam is thinking about to do, then I would definitely get it then. 10 to reviews, it's totally worth, definitely. Even though I keep on repeating it, but it's seriously worth it. Let me get into the game. It's up to you, but I would definitely get it. It's much better than most of our games when it comes to driving, drifting, training. If you once really understand the basic of this game, then it can definitely help to 95 to 98%. It can help to train your real driving and drifting. If you have never driven, if you have never drifted so far, it's really a good training. Once you have seriously understand the basics. It's all about the basics. And once you understand that, once you did understand, it's not that hard. It's definitely fun for real. Actually, I do play on controller. It's kind of hard because you have to kind of train before getting familiar with the game. But once you have found it out, then it's not that bad. it's up to you. Microphone quality can kind of suck because I don't have money to buy a better one. It's better than nothing. Das. Was war das für ein Leck? Spontan. I actually don't know if you should keep watching, if you should be here, if you should know how to drift. I can kind of show you how to start if you want to. It's not that difficult. It's not that difficult once you. It's more about doing than understanding. Once basic understood, then it's just about doing. Like, for example, simple, easy. We have to, mostly second gear, not third gear, because second gear. Doing a coming in. Second gear is more like to drift with. So once. Just let me show you. It's better because you have to understand the basics, and then it's more about doing. It's definitely more about doing than thinking too much about, like in math, you have to think how to solve the problem, just about doing it. So, for example, giving not too much throttle, gas pedal, if you want to call it like that. Just have to, let me start a new round. So second gear, and you have to make sure, like this, you have to, not too much, but enough, this, and then let it counter steer. It's called like this, you may have heard it, I don't know. But let this, and then instantly you have to kinda, show you. It's much better to show, always showing, than not understanding the simple principles. So as I said, counter steer, throttle, and then like this. It might be difficult to understand in the first place, but once you have kind of understood the basic, it's totally easy. You should definitely train and start with throttle, like counter steer and throttle, like this. So like this. Doesn't matter if you spin out or give too much or whatever. But second gear, and then not too much, but counter steer, gas, and then trying to figure out how to hold there are kind of 3 steps how a drift is actually working. The first one is actually trying to go into drift, we call it like this. Second would be holding the drift, and third, as you can imagine, as logical, as the logic would say, you go out of the drift. Go in, holding, go out. That's what I can also show. Go in 1 second, holding, then going out. It's totally simple. It's not science. It's definitely not science. Going into drift, holding, going out. That's all. That's all. It's all about throttle. It's all about gas pedal. How much gas you give and hold the drift. That's all. Going in, holding, throttle, counter steer to the other side, and then going out. One, two. That's kind of advanced. It's kind of for advanced people. Curves. But once you mastered it, once you have totally mastered these steps, it's totally easy. It really is. If you may have already drifted, then you do know how it works. If not, I just kind of explained it the easiest way I could. So, only 3 steps. Going into, holding, going out. So, once, 1, in, 2, hold, counter steer, throttle, then out. These steps, the more you learn, the more you do. It's not about learning. The more you do, the easier it totally gets. It really gets easy. Mouse. Come in, mouse. That's all what I can tell you if you might still be watching. That's all. It doesn't matter if you ain't able to drift after, I don't know, after 2 or 3 days. It's not that bad. The more you do, the better it gets. It also makes sense. It's basic understanding. It's logical understanding. Mouse. It's more about training. Do. Not thinking. Once you understand it, as I told you, kind of like trying to tell you how it's done, then do, practice, and then once it's easy. It makes totally fun. It's nothing compared to real drifting, but for example, the G forces are missing. It's totally different from all the signs. 360 degrees G force, you would feel. E-brake is kind of different. Some other stuff. but you can train and you can definitely get into drifting training. Then once you have mastered it, you can kind of, if you have the money, or it depends on where you go to, in which country, or Japan or something like this, then you can train more if you have the chance to train with people, or going into the club, or if there's any drift club, if there are any drift clubs. Mouse. Help, such as foot brake, but it's more for trying to get an angle. So you shouldn't have more than 45 degrees angle. Not more than 45 degrees angle. If you're among 45 degrees, then you can kind of use e-brake or handbrake once. To slide more, or if you don't have an angle at all, you can also use foot brake. I can kind of show you if you should still be watching. Kind of use e-brake now, e-brake or handbrake, it's the same. E-brake to slide more if you don't have an angle. Seriously only for I don't know, for actually, well, I do know, but actually for among 35 degrees or something like this. Also more about sliding than using e-brake and foot brake. E-brake and foot brake. E-brake is for sliding more, having better angle, and foot brake is seriously for if you don't have an angle, like among 35 degrees or among 40 degrees. Mostly it's mostly, it's always, but mostly between 40 and 45 degrees. Between these two angles, 40-45 degrees. Because if you do have more than 45 degrees, you mostly slide out. You totally spin out, like this. You spin out like this. If you have more than 45 degrees, you spin out like this. So these are all the basic concepts. If you have understood that and do more, practice more by fucking doing more and more and more. It's simple. It's not that hard to understand. second gear is also mostly used, it's good. You could also use third gear, but you would have to need more HP, more horsepower, more Newton meter. Then it would work. But mostly second gear is enough. It's all about practicing. So müssen wir kurz warten. Is too much. The horsepower and Newton meter is too less. It's not enough. Second gear is mostly used. Also possible to play online. You may have seen something online. I don't know actually. Yeah. Gravity, Garrett Street is 14 Draper. Actually my favorite car. It's kind of good to definitely drift with. I totally like this. So yeah, if you don't have any other, well, you didn't ask anything, but if you want to know anything else, I could help you. Could be helping you if you want to know anything else about the game. Almost have 200 hours in this game. It's not that much, but yeah, it's quite a lot. The more you practice, the easier it gets. That's all. Basic. Once you have understand basic concepts, then doing basic, and then that's all. First, I definitely thought I wouldn't be able to drift, but The more you do, the better it gets. And then it's totally easy. First I totally thought, oh my god, I would never be able to drift. But the more you practice, the more you do, the easier it totally gets. It really gets. You think, oh my god, what have I done? How far have I become? And then bam. Easy. Then you have been able to, as I already said, to kind of master it. To kind of master it. The more you do, the better you get at mastering. Yeah, that's it. It totally makes fun. It definitely makes fun. It's nothing compared to real driving drifting, but as I said, you can definitely train it. 95% you can train the tracks, the corners, understeering. Pressure tire is totally important in game. Tire pressure, tires themselves. That's seriously important to know about. And once you also know about that, then it's really easy. It really is. And it makes fun. It's all about fun. It's more about drifting. In my case, I can confirm I do play Assetto more for drifting. I don't use it for driving. It's more fun for drifting than driving, but you can seriously train it for both cases, driving and drifting, but more for drifting. It's better for drifting, kinda, sorta like. It's better for drifting, but it makes fun. That's why it's a sim drifting game, simulated drifting game. Totally is amazing. Doesn't matter if you're a noob. Everyone is a noob in the beginning. Doesn't matter. Even though you would have even though you had 500 hours in game, doesn't matter. The more you do, the better you get at drifting and driving. Once you have understood the basics, it's all about basics, and then training. You have to keep repeating because it's so important. Many people don't understand understeering. They don't understand why they slide out. They don't understand tire pressure, tire pressure. Tires is an important factor. Then of course knowing this track, knowing the corners, but it's not about, in first place it's not about corners and tracks. It's more about tires and tire pressure. For example, tire pressure is definitely higher for drifting, so that you can slide more. If you don't have too much, if you know about that, maybe in real life, I don't know if you drive in real life, if you have a car, if you're older than 18 hopefully, or at least 18, not a child, then you do know, it depends on the tire pressure and tires themselves as well. Like, the higher the tire pressure, the better you kind of slide out, or the less pressure you do have, then then you have more traction control, more traction, more grip. Indeed. So these are the simple basics. But it's more about doing. It's not about, of course you have to understand, but then once you have understood, bam, fuck that. Do. Practice. Don't think too much about drifting. Kinda like if you drive, it's more about, you kinda have to think about more. If you drive, yes. If you drive, you have to think more about pressure, tires, but if it's about drifting, then practice, do. That's all. Set the tire pressure higher, about 30 psi, 32 psi maximum, and then it's all good. It's mostly being used online, offline. Also kind of like in real life. In real life drifting, yes. Yes. That's actually most of the stuff I do know about. But that's how it is. Maus. Nur ja Maus, hm? Du? Ich fange an müde zu werden, ey. But I keep playing a bit. I wanna keep playing a bit more. Because it's weekend. I don't give a fuck, it's weekend. It's not like I have to learn or to study or whatever. Doing other stuff. Alkoholiker-Meeting, ey. Typisches Alkoholiker-Meeting, wie sonst auch. Was sonst? Ja. 24 hours without drinking. 24 hours alcoholic drinking. I'm cool because I drink alcohol 24 hours. Being in chat, talking shit all day long. Not knowing what I have to talk about. Not wanting to spam, but I keep spamming bullshit. That's exactly what I do. Guck nur scheiße wieder aus. Ich würde gerne mal Dings ausprobieren hier. COD Vanguard, aber es leckt zu sehr. Das ist viel zu tun sein. Mal kurz gucken, hier weg. Also mehr. Mal nochmal kurz weg, Edit. Registrierungseditor. War das hier Microsoft? Local Machine? System? Oder? Nee, mal kurz. Nee. User, nee, doch. Local Machine. Software, nee, kann nicht sein. Software oder doch Software. Microsoft. Monaco. Ist doch hier in diesem Ordner, irgendwo in diesem Ordner was doch. Was ist nachgucken hier? Das ist nicht hier, nee, da. Ja, aber das ist doch hier. Das habe ich ja schon auf 0 gemacht. Das bisschen besser ist es geworden, ja. Ein bisschen minimal. Nochmal gucken hier. Habt ihr irgendwas angemacht hier? Qualität habe ich doch, das ist doch alles normal. Habe ich da irgendwas erhöht? Nein, das ist normal. Aus. Einstellungen mal so lassen sollen. Das neue Update hat das vielleicht sogar verändert. Vielleicht ist es auch verändert worden. Ja, das war das. Das one. FuN video.
Gaming on your Windows 10 operating system. So if your FPS keeps dropping while gaming on your Windows 10 operating system, just follow along and I'm going to show you 2 different ways to fix this problem. Most probably at the end of this video, if you follow along, your problem will be solved. So let's see.
Yes,
the first
your problem will be solved. Yes, indeed. Problem is still existing and it will be solved. 1000% guarantee. Wo ist denn nicht mal das hier? He's not a scam. He's not a scammer. He definitely won't be a call center scammer. Wo ist es hier? System habe ich doch schon gemacht. Was ist das andere hier? War das doch richtig hier? War ich doch richtig hier? Software, Microsoft war doch richtig. War das nicht hier? Wann war es? Ne, nicht Game. Nee. Ach, da. Application. Default. Hä? Policy. Oh mein Gott, was sind das für Ordner hier? Sonst. Wo ist das hier? Application Management hier. Oh geil, da gibt's gar keine Value. Da gibt's gar kein Value. Das muss unter DVR sein. Komm, scroll runter. Hier ist es, da ist 1. 1, 0. Okay. Wir müssen dann mal so neu starten. Der Mike immer. Besser, wenn es gehen würde. Meistens bezweckt das gar nichts. Okay. Questo fatto. Questo è fatto. Kurz überlegen, Vergangenheit. Questo ne fui. Das ist für Spanisch. Questo. Fatto. Was ich Vergangenheit von fui? Nee, nicht fui. Habe ich auch mal gemacht, gelb. Ich muss mehr Italienisch auch machen. Questo nicht fui. Esto fue hecho ist im Spanischen. Questo fatto. Da wollen nicht Fata oder Fati sagen. Das ist ja männlich. Und was heißt nochmal Vergangenheitsform? Mensch, hab ich mal gemacht. Questo, warte kurz, Fosso. Fosso von, ne, warte kurz, Fosso fatto, ne, Fosso ist ich. I was done, ne, mach keinen Sinn. Questo Fosso. Fossi, Fosso. Doch, Questo Fosso fatto. Irgendwie so ähnlich war das Fosso, die Spezialform oder Vergangenheitsform. Gibt es auch dieses andere Italienisch. Mit andando mangiati. It has to be eaten. Spaghetti have to be eaten. So kann man sagen dann. Dieses Italienisch da, andano. Anda mangiati. Andano mangiati. Oder anda mangiato. Cosa posso usare? Massimo fossette fossanno. Donate to me to drink, to see me drink iced tea. You can donate for that. To seriously see me drink iced tea.